This is the WWE Raw October 14, 2024 full show results video which takes place at Enterprise Center in St. Louis, Missouri. Rhea Ripley makes her entrance and gets on the mic and she calls Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez out after the beatdown she received last week, but Tiffany Stratton comes. Stratton says she's here because Nia Jax has a very important message: Rhea should stay out of her business or she's gonna have a big problem. Ripley says it ain't Tiffy time and either she gets hands on Liv and Raquel or she can welcome Stratton back to Raw the Rhea Ripley way. A shoving match breaks out but Liv and Raquel blindside both women and beat them down and Rodriguez blasts Rhea with a big boot. Morgan wallops Tiffany with her briefcase and then stands tall with her title belt. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce is texting backstage when Rhea Ripley walks up. Ripley says she wants Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez and Pearce says it's done, but she needs to have a partner. Ripley is not happy and Tiffany Stratton walks up and is upset with her treatment on the show. Pearce stares at Stratton and then looks at Ripley and Ripley sighs and agrees before walking off and Stratton is confused, but Pearce says she'll figure it out soon enough. Then we saw a women's tag team match between Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill vs Damage Control for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, and Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend are shown in the crowd. The result of this match was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill won the match by pinfall with KOD from Belair on Io Sky, retaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Finn Balor rolls up on Adam Pearce to demand to know when his rematch against Damian Priest is and Pearce says no rematch while they have an obligation to defend the tag titles and he's setting up a tournament to crown new challengers. JD spouts off and Adam leaves and Liv Morgan rolls up to ask when the rematch is and Finn storms off and Liv introduces Raquel Rodriguez to the lads and Carlito is stunned speechless. Back from the commercial we get a hype reel for American Made where Chad Gable talks about the dictionary definition for greatness. Braun Breaker cuts a promo about how he's coming to get his Intercontinental Championship back and Jey Uso's family can't save him. We get a sit-down between Adam Pearce and Bronson Reed from last Saturday and Pearce says he gives talent room to be wild and he eats the criticism for it, but Reed went too far in the last Monster Standing match against Braun Strowman. Bronson apologizes for going too far but says it's ultimately Seth Rollins' fault and everything he's done has just been to get him to the main event and if Adam just makes the match there will be no trouble. He wants the match to show that he's a top guy and Pearce says if they're on the same page and he hopes they are, he'll talk to Seth and Bronson tells him not to keep him waiting too long. Then we saw a match between Alpha Academy vs War Raiders to become the #1 contender for the WWE World Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was War Raiders won the match by pinfall with fallout on Akira Tozawa. Backstage, Adam Pearce chats with Seth Rollins and Rollins says injuries are part of the game and makes an impassioned plea for a chance to not just avenge himself, but to put the best possible Seth Rollins on Raw. Back from the commercial, American Nightmare Cody Rhodes makes his entrance and he says he considers himself a traditionalist so he's proud to stand in a city that has such rich roots in the world of professional wrestling, but there's also been more recent history. Something very special happened in this building not too long ago that genuinely changed his life for the better. The first, we want Cody chance, and he thanks everyone here for it. He asks what everyone wants to talk about, and Gunther interrupts him. He says usually he'd come out here and dress his opponent down with uncomfortable truths, but to be honest there's not much negative to say about Cody. This sport is in a boom period and it's all built on Rhodes' back. He makes every town, every country, and every continent, and he's truly the quarterback of this operation. So, there's not many people in this company he respects, but he does respect Cody. But he just loves to be everybody's darling, but the thing is, because of that he's in a mess with his old friend Kevin, who knows now that everyone's friend is no one's real friend, and he expects Rhodes to sort out his emotional mess and give him the best version of Cody Rhodes in Saudi Arabia. One champion to another, Cody's seen what happens, the ring general throws his whole arsenal at his opponents and they keep coming, and Gunther breaks and Gunther has never faced him before, and Cody has beaten the most dominant champion in WWE history. He's already slain the beast and ring general shakes his hand and wishes him luck and leaves. The next match happened between Braun Breaker vs Kofi Kingston, and the result of this match was Braun Breaker defeated Kofi Kingston by pinfall with a spear. Post-match, Braun presses the attack and Jey Uso makes the save and lays Braun out with a spear. Terror Twins are hanging out backstage and Rhea Ripley says it's Tiffany Stratton's time to sit on the apron and look pretty, and Damian Priest gives her a pep talk. The next match happened between R-Truth vs The Miz, and the result of this match was R-Truth defeated Miz by pinfall with a schoolboy pin. Post-match, Karrion Kross orders the authors of Pain to grab Truth and throw him back in the ring and Miz hits the skull-crushing finale. Jimmy Uso is looking around for his brother and he finds Jey Uso. Jay does not want to hear him out and Jay sneers at him and says, "Get out of my face, man." Jay walks off, and Jimmy is not happy. In the main event of the show, we saw a tag team match between Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, and the match goes to a no contest because Nia Jax attacked both Raquel and Rhea. Rhea gets Nia out for Riptide, but Lip Chop blocks her and puts boots to her, and Jax lays Morgan out and calls for Tiffany to get her briefcase, but Dominik Mysterio saves Liv and they leave and the show goes off the air.